What does each natal moon phase mean? This one's relatively simple-ish to grasp because it's just based off of the light of the moon, literally. Relating to your engagement in the world is kind of how I see it. So the new moon phase, this is super critical though. New moon phase starting at 0 degrees when the sun and moon meet, and then extending like 45 degrees out from there. That would be the new moon phase. And then the full moon phase again at 180, 45 degrees out. But basically, starting at the new moon phase, this is very reflective, very internally focused. People who tend to keep to themselves, be a little bit more quiet. They're very connected to the mysteries of life, but not necessarily out in the world, learning in the world. They're learning in the dark, in themselves. But from there, the waxing phases are ramping up. It's an excitement. Waxing crescent, there's this seed. It's a seed feeling of like, ooh, I have something to deliver. There's something starting. It's this brewing excitement. I see it like bubbles at the top of champagne. First quarter, this is like the campaigner, whatever that, I don't know why that just came to me, but the Myers-Briggs I'm not going to get Myers-Briggs involved in this actually, but it's really like that. Let's go, let's get it, let's go. It's kind of like a, here I am. Waxing gibbous, so fun. You're like, world, like very, very relationally focused, but pretty upbeat point of view. Full moon, like you're getting your hands dirty, you're getting in the mud, you're out in the world. You are learning through engagement and entanglement in relationships and situations, in work, in whatever it may be. As things start waning, there's an awareness of endings. Waning gibbous phase, it means that you are kind of starting to release things, starting to let things go, starting to not take things quite so seriously, but at the same time beginning to develop more of a mature perspective. By the way, this has nothing to do with like soul evolution, age, none of that. Just maturity in terms of like almost from beginning of life to death, like the child's perspective versus the adult's. From there, we have the last quarter moon. This is like, okay, I'm seeing someone just tying things up. It's like the package has been wrapped, you're tying the bow. Last quarter moon phase is definitely all about endings. We're ramping down. This is an awareness of mortality, awareness of death. Sometimes someone who thinks a lot about death. Sylvia Plath, classic example. There's this retreat into solitude, sometimes kind of a morose sadness that can come with it, but a beautiful awareness of life because of your connection to the fact that it will end. And then getting all the way back to the dark of night, the mysteries of the universe. And the cycle starts again. Think about it in terms of the rest of your birth chart and how everything's interacting. It tends to make perfect sense.